It is a busy night here at 9. We start with new fallout after that gang-related kidnapping at a troubled apartment building in Aurora.
And both Aurora's mayor and police chief holding separate news conferences about the investigation. The police chief saying that the victims were being forced to pay gang members hundreds of dollars in extortion money. Fox 31's Nate Belt joins us live with more on what they had to say. Nate.
Yeah, guys, as you just mentioned, the chief and the police chief and the mayor of Aurora both taking to separate press conferences today, giving a little more insight into just what happened during that incident earlier this week, as well as how the city is responding to it. Chief Todd Chamberlain says it began at the end of November when one of the victims took a video of a fight between two women at the Edge at Lowry apartment complex. The video got shared online, and on Monday this week, that woman and her husband were bound, robbed, and assaulted in an empty apartment. The chief says their investigation revealed the tenants of the complex were being extorted by these gang members.
Where they would go there, knock on the door, say, hey, we want $500. They'd pay it, besides on top of paying their rent, which they were paying to an app.
Chamberlain says the two victims were eventually released on the condition they did not talk to law enforcement. He says they immediately went to a friend's house to contact police, a move Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman applauds.
I admire the courage of those two people to come forward.
The mayor says with the confirmation of TDA gang involvement, he wants to make it clear this was an isolated incident, despite what he's hearing from outside sources.
Aurora is being overrun, and that's simply not true. And I think that one thing I want to say is what I'm trying to do right now is get down to the bottom of what happened and why it happened.
Kaufman also says he believes the Edge at Lowry needs to shut its doors for good.
I think it has to be closed at two levels. One, because of the criminality, but two, also because I think that having been in the property management business, you're never going to be able to, the conditions are so bad in the property, you really got to kind of start over.
Chief Chamberlain echoed Kaufman's appreciation for the victims' willingness to come forward and says any others who may have been victimized should do the same.
We do not care about your immigration status. We don't care if you're documented or undocumented. What we care about is your safety. What we care about is people like this cannot continue to victimize somebody over and over and over. So the chief said that there are 11 suspects in total. He says they're looking for charges against all of them. 8 of those suspects are currently in custody. Reporting live tonight, Nate Belt, Fox 31.